Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. On this 11.06.2024. Current time is 06:10 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on or over there on Twitter or X. That's my mainstay at Fireman Rich, where I post the majority of my stuff. That's my mainstay as far as posting on these social media platforms. I am also on some other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see me right out of the gate starting. This is November, and it's an audio month, so check out napodpomo.org. This is day number 6 for napodpomo, hashtag napodpomo. We repurposed the audio from the live stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it will count as my submission for audio for today. You do one audio each day, and you post it up and you put a hashtag napodpomo, and you meet the challenge. You could do all 30 of them today, and you met the challenge. You have to do 30 audios in the month of November. It's the original audio month challenge. Been going on for 17 years, and I've taken part the last several years, if not some other ones in between. Haven't done all of them, but good morning and welcome to the broadcast. I want to say good morning. Hi, Double J's. Glad to have you. We got the people in the chat for those folks that are listening on the audio podcast platforms as far as that goes. And good morning, Double J's. Good morning, Tina, our Jersey girl. Get your coffee. Oh, I need the coffee this morning. I tell you, need the coffee this morning. Only had like 3 hours sleep here. And what? The missus is up. What's up?
How are you so chipper?
Yeah, I'm trying. I had a couple swigs of coffee. Jack's been taken care of, and they've been fed. I got a mouse story for you too. Hey, good morning, Gregory. Dr. Greg is in the house. Good morning. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Glad to see you, Greg. Hope everything's over there in Scotland. And with coffee in hand, there you go. Coffee in hand. We do have the morning coffee. Oh man, that's good. I'm gonna be sucking down this real quick. Oh, for a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. There we go. Good to have you, Gregory. I hope all's well with you. You and your new missus there. And let's see. Where do I begin? I went to bed about 3 hours ago. So you know what I've been doing. Watching, we had sort of an election here yesterday. And I think it surprised a lot of people. And it started off yesterday. Did yesterday we did the Tioga radio show over there on Mixcloud, and afterwards I did an audio for Napod Pomo on Spotify for Podcasters app. And then we went for a walk, and we walked to our voting pool, and what is it? I went to vote, and I walked back, and I enjoyed the day. It was sort of a weird feeling day because you knew it was an election. We were going to elect a new president, and that's exactly what we did. And I'm not going to go into the dirty details and stuff like that because I know there's some people that are probably surprised with the results. I'm surprised, but then I'm not surprised because when it's all said and done, the electoral votes going to the one candidate is going to be 312, and that's what I was looking at over almost 2 weeks ago. So I almost saw the writing on the wall as far as that goes. And we have a new president. The 47th president elect is Donald J. Trump. He won overwhelmingly. I think right now, currently, the electoral votes at 277 to 224. You only need 270. Wisconsin put him over the 270, and it looks like there's 4 states actually still out from what I'm seeing. Actually, it might be more than 312. Let's see. Is he going to win Michigan? If he wins Michigan, it's going to be 327 electoral votes. And so they should get rid of the Electoral College because Vice President Harris received the popular vote. No, Donald J. Trump, he also won the popular vote by close to 5 million. Okay, so it's 71 million thereabouts with the popular vote. That's 51% to Kamala Harris's 47.5%. 66 million where President-elect Trump is at 70, almost 71, 70,982,000. So I was watching the returns last night. I didn't think it was going to be called last night. It was sitting right there on the cuff, the so-called blue wall, which is now a red wall because they all voted. And there's some other news. I guess the Senate is the majority went to the Republicans, and it looks like the Republicans will be holding the majority, a slim majority in the House. So it's a clean slate for the Republicans. So, but let's see, where is that? Last night it was at about when Wisconsin was declared for Donald Trump at 1:52 Eastern time last night. That put him over the top of 270, and it was more or less about 30 minutes later, thereabouts at 2:27, the president-elect ended up speaking. Vice President Harris will be probably speaking this morning sometime because they dispersed about an hour before because it looked like it was going to go for the next couple of days. But this is the way elections are supposed to go. You get the votes, and they did have some problems with the voting machines and stuff. That's typical. Okay, so but let's see. Double J says, yeah, one side. No, they one side won, one side lost, and there was no fighting. There shouldn't be any fighting, Double J's. And Tina saying hi to Double J's. Double J saying hi to Tina. He made history. He made history. Resounding comeback. Yeah, but the thing is, Double J's American. The United States of America made history. Okay, he couldn't do it unless he had all those people voting for him. So he won the popular vote substantially by 5 million. It wasn't as close. I mean, is I don't know how many percentages, but that's a lot of votes right there. And let's see. Gregory says, exercise your right to vote. Yeah, everybody voted. That's the thing. Nobody can say they couldn't vote. Everybody voted. And good morning, Captain Rehab. How you doing? So I'm a little tired this morning. I did get a couple hours sleep as far as that goes. And we'll see what we do for a broadcast this morning. Let's see. Yeah, you just seen a Captain Rehab's here. I better get my list of football things. And Tim Fan 40, yo, how you doing, Tim? Good morning. Glad to have you here. We're just getting our day started here with the morning coffee. And I hope all is well with you. And let's see, schedule. This is, we're going into week 10. We're going to go over the football, but I want to get this list started so I can see. I got Captain Rehab here. He can give me his picks. And say, let's see. Double J says, yeah, what I meant is a president coming back from non-consecutive. Oh, yeah, I guess it's, oh, God, who was it? Yeah, it was last century when that was done. So, yeah, that is true. That is historical in that standpoint, Double J's. You are right, yeah. And it's only happened once, and that was the last century. This is the one time it's happened this century. And, yeah, we got a new president, Tim. And Gregor says, with a couple hours of sleep, fireman frazzled this morning. Yeah, I prescribed double shots of coffee. You hear the doctor?
Yeah.
Dr. Greg doubled the Mrs. Licks that way.
Espresso machine.
Yeah, we just gave away an espresso machine to a family member. As far as that goes, so that's a good one there. Let me see what I got here. I gotta get this. The things I do for you, Captain Rehab. Getting a list ready for football here. Let's see what I can do here. Which New York is that? New York Giants. And so we're gonna muddle through this, I guess, because like I said, I'm tired a little bit. I've never seen it. Well, how can I put this? It was exciting. It was interesting. It was historic, and as far as that goes, and so let's see, put that right there. So I don't know if anybody else watched, but it reminded me of not the last one. They didn't call for a couple of days afterwards, but the election prior to that. That was the second time we elected President Obama. So, and Tina saying good morning to Captain Cousin there, as far as that goes. Captain Rehab. Oh, Captain Rehab, you'll be good to know. You won this last week as far as that. I got the numbers, but I know you were at the top, and I'm right behind you. You almost had a perfect. Well, no, you're second. CBS beat you out. CBS almost had 14 for 14. You had 13 for 9, 13 wins and 1 loss. So you came in right behind CBS. Just to let you know off the top of my head. I'm surprised I still know that. It's like, oh God. Let's see here. I'm finishing up a list here for Captain Rehab, so I can get his picks because I'm going to be I'm definitely going to be taking a nap today, but for the football broadcast tonight. And let's see, let me get this going here. Let's see. Thamer, good morning. Good morning to you. Coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Glad to be seeing you here. Hope all's well with you, my friend. Everything is going hunky-dory here in the United States. Just getting our day started. I'm tired as shit. Let's see, Tennessee. Who does Tennessee play? Tennessee plays LA Chargers. LA Chargers. So for the folks that are listening on the audio side, because I am repurposing this broadcast audio-wise over there on Spotify for podcasters, and I'm actually making a list here for one of the participants in the chat there, Captain Rehab. He's over on the Twitch. And so I can get his, because I don't think he's going to be in tonight's broadcast. He's going to be out celebrating tonight for as far as that goes, right, Captain Rehab? And that was a smooth election. Yeah, I thought it was smooth. It was not. It's returns started coming in. I didn't start looking at the returns until about 10 o'clock. Me and the missus were watching a couple shows beforehand. And so I started watching them, and it looked like it was going to be a long night. And it was a long night because it looked like they wouldn't have the returns in, because there was like 5 states that were sort of hanging there as far as because it was late into the night for counting the ballots. And they had one problem, so they had to hand count them or something like that. You know, they're going to have issues. You know, that's expected. I've seen enough of these elections over the years that you know, there was no big deal. Nobody made a big stink about it. It was all out there in the front of everybody, so everybody knew what was going on and stuff. And it just the logistics involved, but it's the way the election should have gone, and it did go smoothly, I think. It's going to be interesting to see what Ms. Harris has to say. And as far as that goes, let's see, the LA Rams play Miami on Monday night next week. But come January 20th, we will be having a new president here in the United States of America, and we'll see what happens and stuff. So, and I guess I would be telling the truth if I wasn't excited for it. So let's see, how many games is there? So the folks that are listening, if I'm mumbling and stuff like that, I'm making a list here of the week 10s. Is this week 10? Yeah, week 10's football picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 14 games. 14 games there, Captain Rehab. So that means 14 picks there. And Tina, I will be DMing you this list like I normally do, okay? It's just Captain Rehab. He's sort of, you know, he's on the special side. We got to give him a, let's see, where am I going to put this? I got to go over on Twitter. Okay, hang on. So there's the week 10. There's week 10 for you, Captain Rehab. See if you can get the list in, please. And none of this wait, so you can wait till Friday's broadcast. We need your, because if I don't get a pick for Thursday, I'm not going to take one, because you got one pass there last week as far as that goes. So there's the list. So I gave them the list. But the people that are listening on the for Not Pod Pomo day 6, we have this. I do a broadcast tonight. It's called Let's Talk Football, NFL football, and it's about a 45-minute hour broadcast to where we I talk about football. Last week, which was week 9, going into week 10, it starts tomorrow night, and we have let's see, we have an early game too. I think we have an early game. Yeah, is it the Giants and Panthers are over there in Germany this Sunday, so that's going to be an early game at 9:30. And we pick the wins and losses, and I keep track of it, and we talk about it. I'll talk about last week's on. I make a chart and all that, so it's over there on all these fine social media platforms. I don't rebroadcast that on the audio because there's more graphics on that for the live stream. So if you can give me that list there, Captain Rehab, I'd appreciate it. So, but we're glad to have the people that are watching. We currently have 5 people on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. Go Rumble. Let's Rumble. 1 person over there on Locals. Nobody on YouTube Live. 3 people on Twitch. And who do we have on? Let's see. Who do we have over on X Live? Let's see. What do we got on X Live there? And we have 1 person over on X Live. Good morning. So we're covering all the boards here. And let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we've got 57 degrees. Went up a couple degrees. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. I think it got as high as in the 70s. So it was a good day for all those long lines at the election, the voting places there. So that's what, 57. It looks like it might be a nice day today. 57 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 13 degrees Celsius. And our weather for today is going to be, we're going to get rain. Considerable cloudiness with occasional rain showers. High 73. Oh, it's going to be warm. Winds at southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Chance of rain 50%. Sun will be rising this morning at 6:46. It's in about 16 minutes. It's currently 6:30 a.m. this morning, and sun will be rising or setting this one. Ooh, that's sun will be rising or setting at 4:54 p.m. Didn't it set at 6 o'clock the other night? Wow. Okay. Wow, that's early. 6 minutes before 5 this afternoon. And let's see our world times and temperatures as I speak. Starting in Honolulu. Let's see, is it going to come up? But last night I was keeping track of the electoral. Let's see, from 8 o'clock hour it was 170. There's 72 to 111, and then at 9 o'clock to the 10:30 clock, it was about 113 to 195, and then at 10:30 to 11:30, it jumped up to 198 to 235. So returns were coming in. They were just a little bit slow, and it was like a normal night because I thought it'd be over by 1 or 2 o'clock the way things were going, but it wasn't. Like I said, at 138 last night, it was 226 at 267, and then about it was 15 minutes later, that's when Wisconsin was called as far as for President-elect Trump. And so it was a pretty interesting evening. It wasn't like watching a football game or anything like that, but it was interesting to watch that, and it's something that doesn't come very often as far as that goes. I would have to say, and I was bouncing around on all 3 cable networks. They were all pretty much civil to the most part, and as far as that goes, and but interesting evening. Let's see, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:33 a.m. Clear skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:33 a.m. clear skies, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, at 5:33 a.m., 52 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies, a little clearing. Here in New York City, the jungle, New York City in the jungle, at 6:33 a.m. It's 6:33 here in the southern tier of upstate New York. But down there in New York City, it's currently 64 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies with a little clearing. Going across the pond to Cork, Ireland at 11:33 a.m. It's raining in Cork and 59 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy at 12:33 p.m. Mangia. It's lunchtime in Milan, Italia. It's raining in Italy, or in Milan. Well, it is, but Milan, Italy, it is raining, and it's 48 degrees Fahrenheit. We have our good friend Thamer. He's over there in Riyadh, currently in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, at 2:34 p.m. Sunny sky, sunny and clear, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So I guess they're getting into their winter time over there. Sliding over to Kuala Lumpur at 7:34 p.m. in the early evening, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, clear skies. In Tokyo, Japan at 8:34 p.m., cloudy skies, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent of Australia, the great country and friend and ally to the United States, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, to start out with, 10:34 p.m. in their evening, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies. And over to Sydney to the east at 10:34 p.m., cloudy skies with a little clearing, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. We do have a thought for the day. It's from, I thought we had this one before, but we had a thought for the day from Theodore Roosevelt. I guess it was, when was that? I posted one up. When did I post that one up? When was the 4th? It was Monday. Yeah, there was Monday. So we got a second one this week from Teddy Roosevelt, and that thought for Teddy Roosevelt. He's our 16th president, often referred to as Teddy, and he was also a New York State governor before he became the 26th president of the United States. 10 presidents after Abraham Lincoln, who was our 16th president here in the United States. I would have loved to meet Abraham Lincoln. He's my favorite of all the presidents. But Teddy Roosevelt was president from 1901 to 1909. And he was also, like I said, New York State's 33rd governor for 2 years. Let's see, our National Day. Let's get this back over here. Our National Day is, let's see what the National Day is. Yesterday was Election Day. Let's see, Stress Awareness Day. Yeah, there's some people that are going to have to take some stress awareness for today. We got National Saxophone Day, if you play the saxophone. We're going to go with this one. National Nacho Day. Nachos. Who doesn't love nachos? All that gooey cheese and all that and stuff. Oh, that looks good. On November 6th, National Nacho Day recognizes the snack favored at sporting events across the country. It's in their form, nachos are tortilla chips covered in nacho cheese, Quizno or melted cheese, and served with salsa. And Tina says, yum. Yeah, I'm saying that same thing. Hashtag National Nacho Day. And it doesn't, you just put the chips in there, dump the cheese, or put a block of cheese, throw it in the microwave, melt it and stuff, and throw all the other stuff, the salsa on and stuff like that. I could even make that. You just throw it all in. And you don't have to measure either, I guess. So that looks good. Now, National Nacho Cheese Day. History tells us the Inca, that Inca or Nacho created the original nachos in 1943. According to his son, Nacho was the Marta Day at the El Madro restaurant in, I'm butchering this, someplace. One evening after kitchen staff had left, a group of U.S. Army wives stationed at Fort Duncan in Eagles Pass came into the restaurant after a long day of shopping. They were hungry for a snack. What was prepared was some tortillas cut into triangles after topping them with shredded cheese and sliced jalapenos. Heated up the dish in the oven. They were such a hit, the Army wives, they named it the snack nachos. So this was back in 1943. There's, I think, where is that? Fort, where was it? Eagle Pass. I think Fort Duncan, Eagle Pass. I think that's out in New Mexico. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, though. Yesterday, like I said, I did do the Mixcloud Tioga radio show over there on Mixcloud. We had presented 8 songs, and they're all pretty good songs. We had, let's see, the first one was a real long one, Guns N' Roses with November Rain. That's a real long. That's like 8 minutes long. And then Green Day with Brian Stew, Foo Fighters with Everlong, Linkin Park with the Emptiness Machine, Godsmack with Bulletproof, Alice in Chains with the song Man in the Box, AC/DC, TNT, classic, and then Kid Rock with American Rock and Roll. That's a good song right there. That's like, I think it's 10 years old. So good song. That's over on Mixcloud. Check it out over there on my Mixcloud channel at, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. I do have a Fireman Rich. Let me see no, it's not. I don't have Fireman Rich on Mixcloud. It's the new channel is mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. And then on the description off to the side, there's a link to the 212 original shows that I have on my first Mixcloud. I didn't want to put when they changed their model, I would have had to put them all in draft, all the shows in draft, and I didn't want to. That's 212 shows. That's like over 10 years worth of playing around. That's how long I've been on it. But that's over on my other Mixcloud channel, mixcloud.com/Rich Roberts. So the link's over on the description in the Mixcloud. Or just check out my X feed at Fireman Rich. The link is in there as far as to that broadcast that I did yesterday. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do 100 years ago. Let me bring that up. I do have that up. And see what happens 100 years ago. And Tina says, love it. Yeah. I love nachos. Nachos are pretty decent stuff. Good food. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and bring up 100 years ago. And share. Got that there. Go back here. I'll turn off my camera. Let's see. Got it. Yeah, okay. I'll turn my camera off and we'll listen to it.
100 years ago today, the Binghamton Press announced that tomorrow night they will flash election returns on a screen on the side of the Phelps Building at the corner of Court and Chenango Street, beginning with receipt of the first returns from the city. Officials of the High Street Methodist Episcopal Church today announced plans for a new building to be erected on Vestal Avenue at the head of High Street. There was 32 babies born during the month of October at the Endicott Johnson Workers Hospital on Washington Avenue in Endicott. That's an average of just over 1 baby per day. And finally, recent reports of a peeping Tom in the vicinity of Carroll Street resulted in the arrest of a Susquehanna Street man last night. That was the news 100 years ago.
Oh, there's an echo? Let me see. Did you? Okay, there was an echo. Did you hear it at all? Should I run it again, Tina? Does it deserve it? Yeah, let me run it again because we're over on the audio. So let's see if we can. I might have had the. I'm not sure what I had open here. Let's see. Yeah, we had an echo. So let's go ahead and play this one more time.
years ago today, the Binghamton Press announced that 100 years ago today, the Binghamton Press announced that tomorrow night they will flash election returns on a screen on the side of the Phelps Building at the corner of Court and Chenango Street, beginning with receipt of the first returns from this city. Officials of the High Street Methodist Episcopal Church today announced plans for a new building to be erected on Vestal Avenue at the head of High Street. There were 32 babies born during the month of October at the Endicott Johnson Workers Hospital on Washington Avenue in Endicott. That's an average of just over one baby per day. And finally, recent reports of a peeping Tom in the vicinity of Carroll Street resulted in the arrest of a Susquehanna Street man last night. That was the news 100 years ago.
Okay, that might have been better. I'm not sure. Was that better, Tina? As far as that particular, because I heard a slight echo myself as far as that goes. So, but I think it got across as far as that, and it looks like we had some problems there. It was quiet here the last couple times we've been watching or listening to this and watching it here on the live stream. There was an echo on the second. Same, but it's okay. Okay, I figure I'd give it a try. I'll listen to it on the replay. It might be because I didn't reset my the Behringer 802 soundboard and stuff like that. So, but we got a double dose of 100 years ago today, and. Let's see, we'll put that there. And it looks like going over what happened, looks like the big high tech of flashing the election returns on a light screen there and stuff like that. And then I did hear the boys, so it's okay. Yeah, the boys. I don't think that was a boy, it was a peeping Tom there. So glad to hear the 100 years ago news. I've got to head off for the day job. Speak to you. Okay. Cheers to you, Greg, our resident doctor there, Dr. Greg, coming in from Scotland. We appreciate you being here, my friend, and you have a good one. Take care of those patients. And Gregory is someone I've known for a number of years here online. He's when he was first met, he was still in med school, I believe. Or no, he was in his early years of med school, I believe, or something like that. So we'll speak to you, sir. And cheers, my friend. Take care. And he came in over on the Rumble side, so I appreciate that, Gregory. And let's see. So let's see the rest of history. Let's go over that real quick here, and then I'm going to take a break because I'm going to need some more coffee. And when I come back, it's only going to be for a short bit just to look over the news. I didn't have a chance to go over the news and stuff. And let's see. You know what? I'm going to take a break right now, and I will be right back. Let's see. I will be right back, folks. we're back. I had an open mic there. I forgot to shut the mic off. Well, did the most important thing. We got our second cup of coffee here, and we are back here on the broadcast. Same, but it's okay. Thanks. Okay, that's from the 100 years ago. Let's see, starting to get a little daylight out. For the most, it's cloudy out there along the horizon, but it's blue sky out there. So temperature's up to 58. Oh, that coffee tastes good. Oh, that's good. So let's see, what else do we got here? We're currently, we're back. I'm Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here. We just finished, we're at 45 minutes here and stuff. I think we're only going to be going for a little over an hour and 15 minutes here and stuff like that. I'm not feeling the long term. I'm dragging butt right now a little bit. But Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios, broadcasting out to Rumble, Locals, YouTube Live, Twitch, Facebook Live, X, at Fireman Rich on X, and Kick at Fireman Rich over there on Kick. But this month of November is NaPodPoMo, hashtag NaPodPoMo, National Podcasters Post Month. And I'm taking part where you do one audio a day. And this audio from this broadcast is going to count as my day number 6 broadcast for audio over there on Spotify. And I've taken part in the challenge a number of times over the last 17 years. I think I started doing the audio challenges back in the Audio Boo days. That's over 10 years ago, as far as that goes. But NaPodPoMo is the original Audio Month challenge, and I like taking part in that. It's fun doing the audio. I did the audio before. Well, I was doing audio before they even called it podcasting, I guess. I call mine an audio podcast because I like saying I'm doing the audio, but it's I guess now it's technically a podcast or something like that. And most of your podcasters, be a Joe Rogan or a Dan Bongino. He's here on Rumble as well. He takes his format and he throws it out on the audio podcasting platforms out there and stuff like that. So, and I just upload the MP3 or MP4, and Spotify does the rest because Spotify owns Spotify for podcasters. It's the old Anchor app, and there's a few people I know that are doing that, and it's good to reconnect with those people that I haven't really talked to or conversed with here on the social media web pages since COVID, I guess. So sort of getting reacquainted with them. Continuing with the history on this day. Let's see. In 1844, the Dominican Republic adopted its first constitution. On this day in 1860, this is a coincidence. In 1860, on this day, Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th president of the United States, the first Republican to hold the office, and the one-term, and he was a one-term congressman. 14 years earlier, and he wrote a bill that would abolish slavery in D.C. when he was a congressman. And he has a very unique story, Abraham Lincoln. History Channel has an autobiography about him, and it's really telling as far as some of the challenges that he had to face in his life and overcome and stuff like that, because he did have some very severe mental issues that he had to overcome. His wife had more than her share, but he had to overcome a lot of things, and then being president and keeping this country together. And but then subsequently, he was assassinated at Ford's Theater, and I actually stood at the spot at the doorway where at Ford's Theater, where there's a little foyer just before you go into his little booth that would in Ford's Theater. years back when I visited Washington. It's a very surreal moment to see that, place where the 16th president was killed. And off to the side in the theater, they actually have the gun, the bullet, President Lincoln's glasses, his hat, and some other things. And I just look at that stuff, and it's just like this actually, you hear about it in history and stuff like that, but when you're on the scene of the crime, in a manner of speaking, it takes a whole. It's something that sticks with you for the rest of your life, as far as that goes. So it's one of those memorable moments. Just like I visited it twice, the Arizona Memorial. It's one of those spots in history that you look at the old film clips and stuff like that of that particular event, and it's like, wow, it's just real calm and cool, or calm and collective there at in Honolulu now and stuff like that, because everybody's on the beach being a beach bum. Let's see what else was on history. So Abraham Lincoln is by far the old saying where if you could meet one person from years past, who would it be? It would be Abraham Lincoln. I think I heard one person say a genie, so I could get 3 wishes. So let's see. On this day, also, let's see. Years back, it was in 1888, Republican president candidate Benjamin Harris won electoral vote over incumbent Democrat Grover Cleveland. I think Grover Cleveland was the one that he got elected. He was out for a term, and then he came back, because that was last century. I think it was Grover Cleveland. Despite Cleveland gaining 90,000 more total votes, it would be the last time the popular vote winner would lose the election until 2000. So I think that was Grover Cleveland did what President-elect Trump did last night. 1947, Meet the Press, the longest-running television show in America, made its debut on NBC. The host of the show was co-creator Martha Roundtree. And so Meet the Press. In 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower won re-election. So you can see what the repetitive events that happened in history here. 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower won re-election, defeating Democrat nominee Adlai Stevenson for a second time. And okay, what happened here? And in 1984, President Ronald Reagan easily won re-election over Vice President Walter Mondale, the Democrat challenger who won just one state, his native Minnesota. That was the last real landslide. President Ronald Reagan, one of my favorite presidents after Abraham Lincoln. And it was in 2012, President Barack Obama won re-election, vanquishing Republican former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney with 332 electoral votes. And I think that's what it looks when it's all said and done. President-elect Trump will have 327 with the popular vote. So that's our history. And let's see. Hey, Big Juice. What's up, Steve? Coming in from Ohio on the Twitch side. Good to have you. As far as that goes, glad to have you. Waking up this morning. I hope all's good out there. Do you have any rain out there? Because usually the weather you get out there, matter of fact, let me check the weather here. Let's see what the weather's at. Let me check the weather real quick. Steve lives out there in Ohio, so whatever weather he has out there, we get like a day or two later. And Tina's saying, is smoking? Oh, what's smoking? I thought Smoking Schizo was here. But But whatever weather's out in Ohio, okay, I can see the rain. It's out in western. Okay, there's no rain out where well, it's coming through Ohio, so it's all the way from northern New York all the way down to Louisiana. We got a front coming across the United States. And Big Juice says, yep, we got some rain last night, wet and crappy morning. Yeah, I see that right now. I'm going to bring this up here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. This is the current weather, seeing that we're talking about it. Let's see, we got that there. Let's see, go ahead and turn this off. We'll check out the weather here real quick. And there's the weather that we're talking about. And you can see Ohio is over here. You got Ohio right here. There's Ohio. There's rain right there in the sort of like the western or the eastern part of the state, and it's the weather. That rain is going all the way here into New York, which is just west of Olean and Hornell, New York. So there's the rain right there. It goes all the way from Louisiana all the way up into Canada. Actually, this whole front. So how's this moving? Let's see how this is moving. Okay, there's the movement of it right there. And Big Juice saying good morning to Tina. So let's see what we have for local. Let me do the local. Let's see, I have that right here. Let's see, let's bring this up. There's local. That's local right now, currently on the radar. We don't really have just a little bit up north. It's just starting. Oh, it's just what you saw on the map is just right outside this area. So we'll be seeing that probably. Let's see. When will we see that? We get to 10 hours. We got the rain. I think the rain will be coming in right about 11 o'clock. They'll be coming in. It gets up to 75%. So we'll be getting some rain. It says 0.04 inches as far as that goes. Weatherman Rich, tornado comes. He's outside on the roof. Yeah, I don't think so, Steve. I've seen a couple of those tornadoes when I lived out in Kansas, and they're not. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There. Let's see. Let me pin that there. Yeah, Weatherman Rich, tornadoes comes. He's outside on the roof. Okay, Tina. See you later. Bye. Much love to you, my friend. Ciao for now. And Big Juice say bye to Tina. She's going to be going off to see where Hal's at this Wednesday. I'm not sure where he's at. He's either on Facebook or Twitch. Let me check the Twitch here, or X. Let me see. On X Live. Let's see what we got here. Is he up? No. Okay. So we got a notification. Okay. So that's history. There's the weather again. And what do we have here? Let's go ahead. There was no sports yesterday. The basketball guys, they took the night off because of the election. So there's no basketball. Tonight, the Celtics will be playing the Warriors at 7:30. That should be a good game. I'll be watching that game tonight. It should be on the TV. Knicks play the Hawks tonight at 7:30. And then do the Nets play? What is the Nets? The Nets aren't playing today. Maybe they play tomorrow night. No, I don't see them playing tomorrow night. Was it Friday? Where the hell are the Nets? They got all week off? Unless my eyes aren't focusing. My favorite team is the Boston Celtics. I like keeping track of the New York teams and stuff like that. But and then tomorrow night it starts week 10 in football. I will be broadcasting Let's Talk Football tonight at about 7 o'clock thereabouts. and we have a Thursday night football game. This where's Captain Rehab? Did Captain Rehab give me those? Captain Rehab, you still there? We got the Bengals and Ravens tomorrow night. That should be a good game. That's in Baltimore. Did you give me your picks yet, Captain Rehab? Are you still here? Man, he pops in, pops out. I'll probably give him a break. I think tonight, if we don't get his picks, me and Tina will pick his Thursday night game, because he'll probably come in Friday with his picks like he did last week and stuff. So that's how Captain Rehab rolls. He's down there in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia, where there wasn't any controversy last night in on the election. Let's see here. We're just coming up on the first hour here, so I'm sort of going through all the benchmarks here. Like I said, I'm dragging. I think I can't remember the last time I stayed up and only got 3 hours sleep, and such. So let's see, campaigns. What do I got for campaigns? Let's see, campaigns. I need at least 25 people total. I'm up in the 25-33 range to do any type of read campaign for Rumble. I'm just looking at that. I haven't looked at that in a while. We're at 13 total, 6 on Rumble, 1 on Locals, 4 on Twitch, and over there on X Live, we have. Thank you, Jennifer Nervate. She liked the. And if you're watching on X Live there, Jennifer, I just saw your like for the broadcast. Thank you. Jennifer Navarrete, she's the creator, and she's the one that hosts the Napod Pomo challenge there, and it's in the 17th year. So my hat's off to Jennifer there for the fact that she's been doing this for 17 years. Here's the web page that gives you the information on it. napodpomo.org, hashtag napodpomo. And so it's a great, I have fun with it. And like I said, I'm having more fun this year, I think, because I'm incorporating the live streams over there on that Audio Month Challenge, the original Audio Month Challenge, as far as the audio from this live stream. I think that's pretty neat. I feel like I'm a big time podcaster now. I'm no Joe Rogan, that's for sure. But it's neat. You do something, you create some content, and you have platforms you can put it on. And the main one that my audio goes on is Spotify. So if you just search at Fireman Rich over on Spotify, you'll see I'll come up on that platform, and also iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and all those other fine. Even TuneIn. I'm on TuneIn. If you search for Fireman Rich on TuneIn, I'm on there too. So and I talk about various things. I talked about voting yesterday, as far as not going into great detail and stuff. I don't do that anymore. I say, hey, I voted and stuff, and see where the chips lie. And I would have to say, I guess I'm happy with the results last night. We have a president, and we'll see what happens over the next 4 years as far as doing some things for this country instead of doing things for other countries, as far as that goes. And Mrs. is joining us, and she was a little surprised that I was still up at 2:30 in the morning. Were you surprised?
At first I was worried. I was like,
oh yeah. We'll go into that. Hey, Rogan Fire 69 coming in from I think it's down under, right, from Australia. I see Trump. Yeah, Trump, President-elect Trump. He won last night, and yeah. Okay. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all's well. It's your late evening over there in Australia, as far as that goes. And yes, he did, Steve. He won. He won overwhelmingly. He won was it when it's all said and done? I think he's going to be at 300 and what the hell was it? He's going to be at 327 electoral votes, and he had 71 million popular vote. That's 51% of the vote, and Vice President Harris had 66 million. So President-elect Trump won by 5 million votes on the popular side. And
what about the mail-ins?
they'll count those, but just there's so they know they account for the number, and it's just going to add to. Okay, it's just the projections and stuff like that. It was called last night at 2:27 in the morning, as far as that goes. And matter of fact, let me show you this. This is. Let's go ahead and bring this one up, so you know we're talking about it. Just so you know, this was the results right there. There's the results as far as that goes. You can see, and that's you still have Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada. They still have to count their votes, but they're in the light red, so they'll be going to the Trump side, and they'll give them a total. They'll be adding on to that 277. But you look at the popular vote. As far as that goes, right down here, it's 700 million 141, and Rogan Fire says fair enough. It's mandatory over here. Oh, mandatory to vote? You have to vote over there? Let's see, backing up. Big Juice says, oh yeah, nobody has to vote. That's complete. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're just, it's mandatory to vote over in Australia. Wow, I never knew that. Did you? Australia, Rogue Fire. You have to vote if you're a citizen. That's your responsibility to be a citizen. No, we that's one of the selections. I used to in my younger day, I used to say that was a waste, but it's not. It's a person's choice. You're fined if you don't vote in Australia. I did not know that. That's something. Wow, that is interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, Trump wins. Yeah, so that's interesting. Let's see, Big Juice, Rogue Fire. Wow, what happens if you don't? Well, he just said you get fined. You just get fined. It's probably like a parking ticket or something like that. So, and that's for all elections. Oh, even local ones. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I never heard that before. That's interesting. See, and that's the beauty of live streaming and having people in the chat that are from other countries and stuff. I don't think that would ever fly here. I don't think you can mandatory the vote.
Keeping track of who's voting.
Oh yeah, keeping track of who's voting and stuff like that. But I don't think the population in Australia is as big as it is in the United States. And Rogue Fire says, yeah, like a parking fine, but if you don't pay, they can cancel your car license. Okay, I see. Yeah, I've heard that they could do that. I don't know. They do that here, don't they, for something? Oh, parking tickets. If you're in the city, they'll cancel your registration and stuff. I think it depends
parking tickets. I mean,
in cities, major cities. I've heard.
City rules are different.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you don't pay a fine here, they can.
I've heard that being done.
They suspend. They don't camp. They just suspend it.
Yeah, they suspend it until you pay the fine and stuff like that. So they've done that. So that's interesting. That's very interesting, Rove. Thank you for sharing that. That's something, and appreciate that, my friend. So that's how it transpired. We'll see what happens over the next several months and stuff like that. I think it should be I would have to say that President-elect, I have to call him now, Trump, he behaved last night. You didn't hear from him at all. You didn't hear from the vice president either. So Big Juice says to Rogue Fire, have you ever been to the big outside opera house in Sydney.
Oh,
Oh, okay, that's a show. You know, I saw that complex there. If you correct me if I'm wrong, Rogue Fire, that complex, you see the complex, it's iconic. It's, you know, as far as a picture, the half shells, but that goes down into the ground. There's a subterranean, there's lower levels into the ground, I think, isn't there? I've been outside of it, but I've never been inside. I think inside you can also go down like 4 levels, 5 levels. Rogue Fire said, yeah, it goes down a long way. Yeah, I seen a schematic, you know, a side cut of it. I'm like, I never knew that either. That was just a couple days ago, matter of fact. Always interesting to talk about Australia. That's why I'm always saying you guys are our good friends and allies there, and I appreciate that too. The Wandering Australian, lots of secret tunnels and doorways, he says. I wouldn't be surprised. Is that where they're hiding all the bodies?
oh my God.
No. I just thought that it was interesting from a architectural structure, because I always thought it was on top, but there's like, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, almost five levels going down, and that's real interesting. But it does go down a long way. That is interesting and stuff. So and glad to have you here, the Wandering Australian, Aussie there and stuff. We got 2 Aussies in the house. Greatly appreciate there for being here, guys. And they're on. It's late over there in Australia, where they're at. What's the current time over there? Let's see, Sydney. Yeah, current time where the opera house is 11:17 p.m. So they're finishing up, and it's 11:17 p.m. in Melbourne. So I don't know. One of these days I might get it over there. I don't know. That would be like that's almost a full day flight time from where I'm at here in the East Coast. Yeah, mate, pop in every time, every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you popping in, Wandering Aussie. I don't. Maybe someday, like I said, I could pop over there in Australia and stuff. That's not. Mrs. says that's not gonna happen.
You don't even want whatever.
I don't even like traveling up to Buffalo anymore now and stuff like that. So yeah, was recently in the Caribbeans and totally understand the travel time. Yeah, from Australia to the Caribbean. I just know there was one time I was in the service. I was stationed in the northern Luzon in Philippines, up in northern Luzon on the South China Sea side of the Air Force radar site. And it was nice. It was very nice. It was a nice duty. But I came home 6 months after I was stationed there for a friend's wedding, and I left out of Clark Field, and it took me 18 hours to fly all the way back to the East Coast. Oh, would have an incredible humid up there. Yeah, humid. Yes, that is true, Wandering Aussie. Big Juice says to Rogue Fire, what happens if you capture a wild kangaroo as a pet? Oh, I know where you're going with that one.
You kicked in the.
Huh?
You kicked in the.
Oh, if you got to be careful if you have a pet kangaroo there, Steve. They'll kick you in the butt.
That's not what I said.
Let's see. Rogue Fire answers to Big Juice. I had a few as pets when I was young. It's against the law now to keep a native animal. We've had that recently here with a squirrel and a raccoon. I'm not going to go into the story and stuff like that, but it's in the news. And Wandering Australia says you would have to fight the kangaroo first. Yeah, there we go. We see the iconic somebody trying to fight a kangaroo. I wouldn't want to fight a kangaroo. The kangaroo would kick my butt as far as that goes. Let me go over the news here, see if there's anything real quick here. Because I'm not really feeling, unless it really pops out at me. Other than we talked about the election results, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to analyze it. There's going to be enough analyzation of it on the mainstream media news and the cable news and all that. And let's see. Big Juice says, I'm just thinking Australia and the kangaroos. What if they tried taking one home? Oh, yeah. Well, if you have a governor like we have here in New York, you'll have 10 DEC agents trying to take it out. Let's see. Nothing over on see. Let me stop that. Nothing there. Let's see. What do we got for time? We're coming up in an hour, 15 minutes. So this is going to be a short broadcast here, guys. This is going to be under an hour and a half, I think, because I'm starting to drag butt here. I still got to take a walk this morning. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, it's all about the election results. Even locally here, it's about the election and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and I'm not even going to look at any more news here. Because they're all talking about the election last night. And let's see. What do we got here? And Wandering Australia says it's the same thing, same there. Nothing, but yeah, in the news. So that's the main subject for today. Probably for the next couple of days. Rogue Fire says besides getting arrested, a younger Joey you could keep for a while, but adult roos are wild. You need a big fence to keep them in. I don't think I'd want to keep them. You know, that they're a wild animal. I can't see that animal being penned up. You know, it's just an animal. That's like trying to you have zoos, okay, but they take care of them and stuff like that. There's Jack. Hi, Jack. How we doing there, buddy? Wily cat. Let's see. The Wandering Aussie says some pubs here adopt baby joeys, kangaroos to raise them and then release them. Usually ones around. Oh, they're injured. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. And let's see, Rogue Fire. You say they would rip your butt. Yeah, I imagine they would rip your butt. Yeah, like this. Oh, the lion has arrived. Oh yeah, the lion. That's a good one. I'll put that one up there. The lion. Yeah, this is Jack. He's one of 5 cats that we have. We did have 6, but we lost Calvin a couple years ago. And Jack is the oldest cat there. He's fight. He's a good cat. We've had him for a number of years and stuff like that. So he's part of the family. Attack, yeah, the Wandering Australia there. All right, folks, I'm not. I think that's about it for the broadcast this morning. I'm going to cut it short here. We're at an hour and 16 minutes, and I don't really have much more than I did want to do a broadcast. I don't want to leave. I know there's people that look forward to. If I didn't show up, they'd be wondering what's going on and stuff like that. So if I'm capable of coming up, I'm going to come up, and so I'm going to definitely be taking a nap this afternoon. And but it's good to be here. Let's go ahead and let's see. I don't see Captain Rehab here, so but I want to say thank you to Double J's for being here. Thank you, Double J's, for being in the broadcast. Thank you, Tina, our Jersey girl, was here. Gregory, Dr. Gregory from Scotland, my good friend, my good Scottish friend, was here as well. Thank you for being here. Going down the list. Tim Fan 40, yo, Tim Fan coming in from Michigan. And see you, mate. Rogue Fires. Yeah, thank you, Rogue Fire was here along with the Wandering Australian Big Juice. 59, Steve, thank you for being here. We're going down the list. We had Captain Rehab that was here as well. And let's see, Wandering Australia's telling Rogue Fire, get to bed. It's late, man. Yeah, you guys need to get to sleep. Go to bed, guys. Thank you for spending a little of your time with me. I appreciate it. And I got to take my medicine that Dr. Gregory said. I got to take some double shots of coffee today. Let's see, going down the list. We had Captain Rehab. Again, thank you, Big Juice. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Rope Fire, and thank you, Wandering Aussie. Thank you, mates. Greatly appreciate it. I think I got everybody. Thammer, forgot about Thammer. Thammer coming in from Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia. I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich. Wishing you all well. Thank you guys in the chat. Really appreciate it. And my honor there. I'm very thankful to Wandering Aussie there that you guys. It's late for you guys, but I always want to say I really appreciate you guys spending. If you just spend a little time, I appreciate it. There's some people that watch on the here that pop in, pop out. That's always appreciated. I thank you very much. And thank you for those people that are watching on the replay. And also, thank you for those people that are listening to Spotify podcasters. For Not Pod Pomo, day number 6 of hashtag Not Pod Pomo. Go to notpodpomo.org and see what it's all about. It's 1 audio a day for the month of November, 30 audios for the month. And we did the challenge. And it's the original audio month challenge. All right, folks, Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, wishing you all well. Have a great Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, working towards the weekend. It's hump day here on this November 6th, 2024. You all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.